Welcome to Uncanny X Minutes, where we bring you the comics behind the movies. I'm Producer James.
And I'm Stasia.
And we're watching Days of Future Past, minutes 90 through 100.
Want to know what happens?
Tell me what happens.
The Sentinels are revealed. I know. Magneto lifts a baseball stadium. Also pretty cool. Sentinels attack in the past and in the future.
Man, I love me a good Magneto flex.
Literally same. I'm chasing that bridge high from the second movie.
They are too. Let's be honest. He lifted a whole base, but it's fun though because he lifts a whole baseball stadium, and you're like, "Wow, that's crazy!" And then he basically creates a cage for the match. He's just like, "We're just gonna put this around y'all."
Yeah.
Did he have to do that? No, he did not. But it's fun.
You know what? Part of it is the style. That's part of the character.
It's true. It's true. So today we want to talk about Sentinels, but not just any Sentinels.
No.
Not these doofy looking tin cans they show.
No.
They don't even look like what the 60s would consider robots, you know? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the design.
I know. This is like this. How do you mess up the Sentinels?
I'm not a big fan of either design.
I know.
Because your 60s Sentinels should look like boxy robots. How do they not look? You can't make them look sleek. They shouldn't look sleek. Whatever. It's fine. Why do they have a jet engine in their chest? I don't know. Anyway. So, not that I'm bitter about it. It's one of those that, like, I don't think I minded it as much when I was watching. I just love X-Men in movies. And
I was just excited to be there.
I was happy that we're getting more and keep giving me more. I will watch them. I don't even care. But now after the fact, and you read a lot of the comics, you're like, man, give me some boxy stuff. But then even in the future, like, they have these adaptive Sentinels. Guess what, guys? We have one of those in the comics, and his name is Nimrod.
Why didn't we do that?
Why aren't they at least shaped like Nimrod? I know Nimrod's kind of got a goofy shape, and I love it.
I know. That's why he's not, because they just refuse to be goofy. But I'm really excited to hear you talk about it, because Nimrod is like, I think he's somebody that people maybe have seen, but maybe don't know that much about.
Yeah. So he doesn't look quite like your regular Sentinel. He is white and he is pink.
It's great. He's so pink.
He almost looks like a dwarf barbarian. He looks squat but like sturdy.
Very sturdy.
You know?
A little taller than that.
I know he's taller,
yeah.
but he looks like he's a little wider though.
He is
wide. So he looks like he'd be a barbarian. So anyway, so he's a robot, but like he has a bit of sentience to him.
Yes.
First introduced in Uncanny X-Men number 191, 1985. I didn't know he was that old.
Oh, I did. Yes. Excalibur. He's also an Excalibur.
Yeah.
In this run, yeah.
He comes from Earth 811.
That's the Days of Future Past, baby.
He's chasing Rachel Summers. Crazy. Love it. I was mentioning last week how sometimes you like look things up and you think they should be 616 and they're not. Bishop was not 616.
No.
Neither is Nimrod, but there is a Nimrod 616 and we will get to it.
Yeah.
So in the first appearance, he comes to our timeline. So he's come from the future to the present and he can look like a man.
He like intentionally shapeshifts, right? To not scare the human.
Yeah, and he makes friends with a construction worker. Okay, things I never knew about until I did research, because I'm like a 2000s on kind of guy.
Yeah.
And my biggest interaction with Nimrod until the Krakoan era was Messiah Complex.
Right. Yeah.
And all of that stuff, and that we'll get into it, but like I just know he's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And this one, he is like learning about, because he's protecting, his directive is to protect humans.
Right. Yes.
By taking out the mutant threat. So he comes to the present day and he goes, you know what? That would cause way too much chaos. So why don't I just take out the X-Men?
Yeah.
So that's his plan. I'm going to take out the X-Men. Well, he also ends up deciding to take out Juggernaut as well.
Yes, a point at which you're like he's not a mutant. We actually have a whole episode about this, about how Juggernaut is not a mutant.
It's more that he at this moment, it's like in 193, 194. He's partially going after the X-Men because they're outlaws at this point. And so is Juggernaut.
Yeah, that
and I
makes
think
sense.
that's more the reasoning.
Mutant
but like,
associate, perhaps.
exactly. But he ends up like whooping everybody.
Yes.
He has adaptive powers like in this movie. They don't feel like this movie. I do like how they show the adaptive powers in this movie, where it's like they get hit once, they won't get hit again.
Yeah.
You know, you get hit by ice, I turn into fire.
Right.
That sort of thing. And in the comics, it's more like he knows, he has files on them, and there's a lot of like text boxes about him analyzing what everyone's power sets are and like how to adjust to all the things. And it's like you can't lay a hand on this guy. Like one of the times, the only way they can do it is because Rogue both takes Colossus and Nightcrawler's powers, and he isn't ready for one person to have multiple powers.
Yeah. And
so she grabs an arm, bamfs away, and now the arm is open for an attack.
Yeah.
And that's how but anytime you take him out, he's like essentially self-healing.
Right.
So you can't really destroy him like you can a regular Sentinel.
Right.
So they even said you could pulverize him to dust, and I can't guarantee he won't come back.
Yeah. And then you couldn't do it again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the thing, right? It's like an attack works once, because in a later run, Nightcrawler goes, oh, last time, that's what Rogue did, so I'm going to do that. And Nimrod goes, nah, brah.
No.
You've done that. I know what you're going to do. And he stops him from doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's real fun stuff. When he's pretending to be a human, he goes by the name Nicholas Hunter. And he is like living with this construction worker and is like helping out his son with his schoolwork. And like, he's this weirdly endearing character as a human.
It's really interesting because like this does exist, but I kind of relegate this to like how Magneto was weird at the beginning of X-Men, right? Like, it's like,
he was
yes.
so much mustache twirly.
Yeah. It's like, yes. Is this true? Is what James is telling you right now true? Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it relevant to what Nimrod is today? No.
And that's the thing, right? Like, they try to make him like an ultra intelligent robot to the point that he's essentially human.
Right.
But then after he's been in a couple of things, they sort of devolve him down to just murderous robot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Sentinel. You know, he's an adaptive Sentinel, so they relegate him more as a Sentinel. So one of the fights, he is working on a construction crew, and there's a piece of master mold in the ground that they're like working on, and it attaches to him, and he becomes this master mold Nimrod fusion.
It's cool.
It's real cool. The fight, I think that's the one where Nightcrawler tries to take his arm and it doesn't work and whatever. And he looks a little bit more like a Transformer.
Mm-hmm. He's looking more like Master Mold, really.
Yeah, but with a Nimrod face.
Yeah.
And the only reason the fight ends is Dazzler has the Siege Perilous that we've talked about before.
Yes.
Sasha, once again, because it comes up so often, but also like for a modern audience, what in the world is the Siege Perilous?
Okay, so the Siege Perilous, basically the Siege Perilous is both an amulet and a doorway that when you go through it, like you are judged. That is like the thing, what it does. And you are then given a chance at a new life, basically. Mm-hmm. So when you go through the Siege Perilous, you will come out the other end changed and not really remembering who you were. This is how Storm ends up in Cairo, Illinois.
Right.
This is how Colossus ends up being a painter.
Yep.
But it is something that is given to you by the Omniversal Magistrix. which is Excalibur stuff.
Which I love because they don't actually explain any of that. They're just like, I have the Siege Perilous. We could use this.
Yes. So all of that to say, you don't need to worry about that. It's all Excalibur stuff, kind of held in the realm where like there's gateways to other places, and that's like the Siege Perilous belongs where Merlin is. If you just like relegate it to magic stuff, that's all you really need to know. And then it does become an amulet. So it'll like, after people go through the portal, after it's like been triggered, like it will close back up, and then it'll just be a necklace or an amulet, whatever. So worth noting, very infrequently used recently, but one of my favorite things ever, actually. I love the Siege Perilous. I think it's a very like bizarre, weird magic thing that happens that like the X-Men don't. I mean, like obviously there's some magic going on with the X-Men, but it's
like with
usually,
magic,
right? But it's not like, it's usually like magic that helps you in a fight.
Yeah.
Like the Excalibur magic can just be like weird and annoying. And like sometimes when X-Men it gets in there, it's just kind of fun and there's a good romp.
We need more weird and annoying.
Yeah. But
I think as comics go on, they try to relegate the different elements of the Marvel universe to the different teams. So like there can be some magic, but there can't be too much magic.
Right. And so basically like the Omniversal Magistrix is Roma, who is Merlin's daughter, and that's all like Captain Britain stuff.
Yeah.
So like, unless you're very interested in Excalibur and Captain Britain, you can just like be like magic necklace. You go through the portal, you get a different life.
Nimrod / Master Mold goes through the Siege Perilous.
He does.
And what comes out the other side is not told for a while.
Yeah.
And it's told it's like a Cable, Machine Man, and then Machine Man Bastion annual from 1998. This was like 94, I think they got. Nope, 89 they got sent into the Siege Perilous. Mm-hmm. And not until 1998 did we find out what happened to him.
They kind of just wiped their hands of Nimrod a little bit.
They do a little bit. He shows up in X-Force to fight them once in 94.
Okay.
So like, I think they kind of forgot what happened to Nimrod at one point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's fine. You could no prize it with like another Nimrod came,
which we will talk about,
or something. So Nimrod and Master Mold went through the Siege Perilous, and the Siege Perilous stripped them of every piece of technology that existed within them. Mm-hmm. And what popped out the other side was Bastion.
Yes.
I did not know this. Because I know Bastion, but I don't know a ton about Bastion.
Yeah.
It's the same with the Nimrod problem. Like, I know he's dangerous, and I know enough about him to be, to get through the story. This was also, I think was also, this is post Operation Zero Tolerance.
Yeah.
So this is a retcon.
This is.
So the retcon is he came out as a man, and then somebody helped him. Was it Rose was her name, I believe? Basically took him in, helped him out. Yeah. She gets killed during this annual. He goes nuts.
He does.
He forms with Nimrod again. So like there's still a Nimrod body. I guess there's still a Nimrod body around.
So he is still so I was looking this up, and I'm going to quote this because this is sourced from uncannyxmen.net, because I was double checking this.
Yeah.
And their argument is that he is a synthezoid. So he's like Vision.
Okay.
So their argument, but I couldn't find proof of that.
Yeah. The problem is the comic book literally says they stripped every bit of technology out of him.
Right.
So it's like you really can't be a synthezoid if you aren't synthetic.
But like the Siege Perilous can kind of do whatever it wants.
Sure.
Like you could say that it's stripped and then they rebuilt. Like there's like gap, but I agree. I think it's like pretty clear. There's
I'm going to
no
directly
tech.
quote it because I actually have it up right here. In what was to be its first and final conflict with the X-Men, this Master Mold Nimrod amalgam found itself wrenched through a pan-dimensional portal created by a mystical amulet referred to as the Siege Perilous. Because of its unnatural synthesis with its far-flung future descendant, because mind you, Master Mold, this is like the original Master Mold that created the original Sentinels, and a Nimrod from the future. So it's like the first and last iterations of Sentinels merged together. The Master Mold deemed itself a mutant and thereby self-destructed as it was swept by the amulet's vortex winds. But before they could be completely dispersed, its inorganic systems had already begun reintegrating into something else. So I guess the bot was still there.
Yeah.
Something entirely different. According to the occult lore of this world, any and all who cross the boundaries of the Siege Perilous are said to be judged by the higher powers of the universe, which is what you had said before, and then return to the Earth in karmic fashion. For the Master Mold, for Nimrod, for the first and last in a nearly indefectible line of synthetic intellects, it meant being stripped of all artificiality. So he's a man, he's flesh, according to let's also be honest, this is Bastion merged back with Nimrod telling us this.
Right.
He gets his memories back and is basically telling. Half of this one annual is just him telling Cable what up.
Yeah, basically.
He's like, let me tell you my story.
I will say, Bastion is not Nimrod. That is, I mean to say, Bastion does not see himself as Nimrod.
No. He's a completely different person.
So, yes, this is a retcon.
Yeah.
But it becomes one in the, I assume, what you're going to detail, a long line of kind of dead ends here. Because this is the end. When this happens, he's Bastion now, and he's kind of a different character.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but he was
Nimrod
a different character before
more.
This annual. Because Operation Zero Tolerance happened before.
Right.
So they're just trying to say they're the same, but Nimrod also shows up again in New X-Men for the last time. Like this version of Nimrod, I should say. What? This version of Nimrod? We'll get to it. These dogs are staring at me. We'll get to it.
Yes, we will. But I do think it's really, I think this is interesting. I think this is a kind of a cool retcon because Bastion is weirdly tech, he becomes the head with the mechanical
We had talked before about Bastion being, I think his head, the way they got him to come back, we were talking about Bolivar Trask.
Yes.
They took the head of Bastion and put it into Nimrod, and that's how they got Bastion to come back.
Yeah, they took his head and used the techno-organic virus as part of the
right.
Yeah.
But his head was not attached to a body. Anyway. So I think later I granted this is not a Bastion episode. I could have probably gone into more of Bastion because of this, but if you're talking Nimrod's a specific thing.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of what I was saying is that it's interesting that this Nimrod becomes Bastion. Yes. But then at the point at which Bastion exists, that he is no longer Nimrod. He's a different character. And I think that's kind of fun.
It's also, I have to point out that if you're looking up the comic book reading order, where does Nimrod show up? There is a Nimrod they're talking about.
Yeah.
The originally 191 Nimrod is the one they're talking about because when we get to Messiah Complex, we keep talking about it.
I know.
This is when they are on Utopia. They're in the San Francisco Bay. Hope has come back from the future. That's where we are in the timeline. This ties into Bolivar Trask and bringing back all the bad guys with the techno-organic virus. I didn't realize how big this storyline was when I read it as it was coming out. I understood, we brought back a bunch of bad guys. But, they put a dome over Utopia, and they just start feeding Nimrods left and right into Utopia. They're coming faster and faster. And Nimrod before was... one Nimrod was almost impossible to beat.
Yeah.
The fact that they just start pumping them into Utopia is... terrifying. And that is once again what I do love the more you talk about this, like instead of doing this chronologically, like it's like we keep running into the same story points because they're the important ones.
And this they tie together.
This is how Nightcrawler dies.
Yes.
Is that Nightcrawler tries to sneak up on a Nimrod and he puts his arm right where he's going to bamf. And now he has a Nimrod arm out of his chest.
Yeah.
And that's how he died. That's like his big death. Spoilers for, I mean, whatever. We've talked about it before. Mm-hmm. So that's basically this movie, right? Like if they were Nimrods, like you get a good chance. Like at the beginning of the movie, they do a good job of showing how dangerous they are and how the adaptive technology is the worst thing that they could see. Like it just counteracts every one of their powers. But if it were Nimrod, just saying, if they looked more like Nimrod, they were afraid to alienate anyone. And if it looked a little too goofy, it was going to look a little too goofy.
Yeah.
But for the comic fans, they'd be like, oh, dip, watch out. Gasp from the crowd.
Because that would have felt like Nimrod is scary.
Nimrod is scary.
Yeah.
He is one of those that, like, when he shows up, you go, oh, no.
Nimrod is their attempt to make Sentinel scary, and it's effective. It worked.
Well, I think regular Sentinels, like your basic model Sentinels, they're kind of like zombies.
Yes.
They're only good in numbers.
Yes.
If you had one Sentinel there, we can take out a Sentinel.
Yeah.
It might be a little tough, but we can take out a Sentinel. Watch X-Men 97 season 1 episode 1.
Yep.
We've dealt with them enough. We can take them out. It's when you get too many of them rolling. That's when you get Days of Future Past.
Yeah, and now it's like an army unit, and now it's like you're in trouble
because you also like when you go to Krakoa, they made the mother mold.
Yeah.
Orcus, I think we talked about Orcus before, made a mother mold, which was a master mold.
Right, where it makes master molds. It
made master molds, which then made Sentinels.
Right.
Now we're in trouble because we've
the scale.
Yeah, we industrialized making killing machines.
Industrialized Sentinels.
Right? Like Henry Ford came out of his grave and made killing machines. Like that's what we're talking about. Nimrod was just one unit that came from the future and was nigh unkillable.
Yeah.
If you're throwing many at you in the movie, which is what they were doing, it should have been. I mean, it was scary. Like, it was. I just wanted to look like Nimrod. I want it to be a little pink.
I think it would have.
Can you imagine they had like pink, like neon, like trim?
Yeah.
Ooh,
that would have been great.
You see those coming from the distance? Oh, watch out!
It would have clicked. I think.
Watch out! So, I would mentioned earlier there was another Nimrod. There is a 616 Nimrod that, once again, I'm so sorry if you did not like Krakoa. This is maybe not the podcast for you. They brought a lot back.
So much of this is relevant.
You know? Like, they're rewarding people who like to read the X-Men comics, and I'm one of them.
Yep, same.
So I won't go a ton into it. Basically what happened was one of the Orcus scientists got killed and they put his consciousness in a Nimrod. Mm-hmm. That's the dirty version of it. His wife did it.
Yeah.
And so now she's hanging out with her husband Nimrod.
Yeah.
And so the Nimrod that's in the 616 right now is a person in a Nimrod suit. He is robotic still.
Well,
yeah.
Correction.
Yes, please correct me.
He is partially a person.
Yeah, that's true.
Because his whole consciousness, thanks to Mystique, did not get uploaded.
Right. That's right.
So technically, which is relevant for later.
Yeah.
It's not actually her husband. It's like there's a little bit of her husband's seasoning.
Yes.
But ultimately it's
still
Nimrod because there just wasn't enough time to for her husband to be fully uploaded into Nimrod's consciousness.
Correct.
Which leads to her, spoiler alert, untimely demise later. Which is relevant. Never befriended Nimrod.
No.
But that is a totally different Nimrod.
But it is a different Nimrod. We need to say that because the other one, I think, is still supposed to be just the one guy. Okay. The one robot.
I found something.
You did find something.
I found something that may throw a wrench into the number of Nimrods that can be around at any point in time.
Okay.
When I was poking around, I also found a reference to Nimrod and like the virus that he uploaded to quote unquote the cybernet. So, and like this is like part of like Krakoa too. But basically, whenever there's a virus, when this virus that Nimrod has uploaded to the internet, whenever there is a sufficiently advanced network or research project in development, it is programmed to use that project, this is a quote, as a stepping stone towards recreating Nimrod itself. And one example they used here, they're talking about is the Tomorrow Agenda, which is like, this is like X-Force number. Let me pull it up really quick. Right, but it's before Operation Zero Tolerance. It's like actually before the Siege Perilous stuff. X-Force number 36. So the original X-Force.
Yeah.
So,
this is I did read this. It was it's Shatterstar, it's Warpath, it's
Yeah. So theoretically, there could be as many original Nimrods recreated via the virus.
I mean, I think it was in that couple of issues where part of the issue was Cable's like there shouldn't be a Nimrod, like, or they were using the technology that they got from Nimrod, and they're like, they shouldn't have this technology right now. This is not good.
Yes, because it was the virus that Nimrod basically created a way to like push the tech forward.
Yeah.
And to speed up. And Cable is the one that was like, this will lead to Nimrod.
Right.
Just
right.
FYI.
Exactly.
Like, we got to handle this right now.
Nimrod.
Yes, exactly. So in that X-Force run, I'm just saying that there are like,
but that is the first appearance of Nimrod post Siege Perilous.
Is that post? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So like 246, 247, Siege Perilous. That kind of does get around the like, how is there? Because this Nimrod also doesn't look quite like the other Nimrods. This one looks like a Hulkbuster.
Yes, he's
it's
like
even
red.
bigger and red.
Yeah.
And they ended up taking out like Cable takes out like his memory circuit, and it's like, we're gonna hold on to this. So thanks, but bye. Because the scientists who did it were not happy about it.
Yeah, but that's too bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's your Nimrods. There's two. The one hanging out is a dude, sort of. It's a dude light.
Dude light.
I didn't even say his name. I'd have to look it up here. It is
Aramis Mendel.
That's why.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember that guy's name.
Yeah, it's like a reference. So this is just such an over the top reference. It's Gregor Mendel. Like, so his wife is Alia Gregor.
Yeah.
And his name is Aramis Mendel. And we're like, okay, we get it. Genetics. You guys read a book.
You guys read a book. Thanks, guys.
But yes, that is who is Nimrod now.
So yeah, like we've mentioned, I think we've mentioned it when we were talking about Sentinels, that Nimrod exists, but Nimrod is the terrifying Sentinel that's always there.
And he does, and like honestly, the adaptive thing is real. It does happen.
Yeah, and it's just a little more computing power and a little less Mystique DNA.
Yeah, though I think that like
I like I gotta say I'm not mad at the Mystique DNA. I do think that's an interesting, like, X-Men 97 is doing a good job of being like, we don't need to completely follow the comic book lore because there's too much nonsense underneath it.
Yeah, so better off just to kind of reference it but start new, like,
or at least just like tweak it enough where it doesn't it requires less conversation.
Yes.
That's what I'll say.
You don't need 30 minutes to explain who Nimrod is.
But then that also, for Days of Future Past, works out well, because then you are like, this is the moment where it all changes. You know, this is the thing that Cable and Bishop want. That's what they need. They need that, like, you need to stop this thing from happening so it doesn't create all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And her getting her DNA causes her to go after Bolibot Trask. You know, it's like we can see it all happening.
Yeah.
But I think we've gone on enough about Nimrod. So I'm Producer James.
And I'm Sasha.
And we'll see you for the next 10.